Monday, last Monday and last day of February. I'm so excited. So happy Monday for real. I'm glad when February is over. Look, I try to embrace all seasons and all days and all situations to the best of my ability, but I'm glad that this one's over. February is a hard month for me. March always means spring is on the way. So, how do you feel about this season? Do you agree? Or do you embrace all of winter? I like a little winter and then I like to move on, I'll be honest. So, I just wanted to share with you an experience from today for what it's worth. This is not meant to be a slap on the wrist or judgment on anyone. This is my disclaimer, nor is it medical advice to treat, cure, diagnose, or otherwise make any medical claims. This information is for decision-making purposes for particularly mamas and those on a healing journey to do what's best for themselves. But this does really apply to all of society. This is important information that I think everyone needs to know to do further research on their own and to make educated, informed decisions moving forward. Do I like to research? Yes, I do. And this comes from a place of my love of research, but also do I sometimes just have to move forward in life without researching every little thing to death? Yes, also that. It is not healthy to be bound by information seeking only and not ever taking action. It's actually the action that kind of matters the most, right? In the end, standing behind your empowered actions. So that's kind of my caveat before I get started talking, so that you know, like I stand behind decisions you have to make for yourself and your family, but you should always know why you're deciding to do what you're doing and why you're okay with it or not okay with it and what the risks and benefits are. Because sometimes there's not a clear right or wrong, good or bad decision. Sometimes it's hard to know. I feel that a lot. Okay, so today we went to the dentist with the kiddos for the first time in a little while, but thank God it hadn't been too long, just for a cleaning and a checkup. And we started with a new dentist, but this isn't specific to our new dentist only. This is every dentist I've ever been to. And there are some dentists out there that have different points of view about healthcare and oral health overall, but they are less common. And I don't have to see a holistic dentist or a naturally minded dentist to get the care I need. But I want you to watch out for this, y'all. This is what we are ditching after the dentist. I'm not going to be wasteful. I'll talk to you about that. But do y'all get these little samples? Here, we get these great little goodie bags with samples of oral care products. Today we got toothpaste and mouthwash. And they're going in the donation pile because I know that they're useful to people that don't have other options. I'm not going to toss them in the garbage directly because I don't want to be wasteful, but these are not what we are choosing to use in our home. And here's a little bit about why. Because like I said, this isn't meant to be a judgment call as much as it's meant to be. I mean, it is a judgment as far as we all make judgment calls based on our knowledge. And so this is what I'm seeing that is concerning to me and that I'm not okay with on the regular. Okay. This says right on the back of the little sample of Crest, Kids Crest toothpaste, Sparkle Fun, that it helps protect against cavities. But the main ingredient is like almost 25% sodium fluoride. And it says, get medical help or contact poison control right away. If children under 6 swallow it accidentally, it doesn't say like 5 times in a row. It says like at all. That's the recommendation. And then there's a whole list of like other ingredients here, like inactive ingredients, but they're still contained in this toothpaste. Sorbitol, water, silica, SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, trisodium phosphate, cellulose gum, flavoring, sodium saccharin, carbomer, mica, titanium dioxide, blue one. There's food dye, fake coloring in here even. I get it. They want to make it sparkly. So yeah, it's good and sealed up. I was just making sure. I was like, I'll show you the color if it's open, but it is sealed. I'm not gonna like bash Crest toothpaste, but here's why we choose not to use it and the information I feel like you should know. This sodium fluoride 0.25% in here is touted as good for oral health and anti-cavity. Do your own research on that because it's also a very well-known and effective neurotoxin. And everyone says, well, it's got to be safe because it's in a toothpaste that's on the market and you're only getting a very, very small amount and you're not even swallowing the toothpaste, right? 9 times out of 10. Okay, everyone swallows a little bit of toothpaste, and you all know little kids who this is marketed for are swallowing a lot of toothpaste for a number of years in their life, okay? No matter your best efforts. That aside, so you're not swallowing it. Like I said, even grown-ups are swallowing little bits of toothpaste residue because you can't spit it all out perfectly usually all the time. Who really takes time to sit there and rinse and spit and rinse and spit and rinse and spit? Even so, I'm not here to split hairs. If I were putting arsenic in my children's cereal in the morning or in my children's smoothies, just a little sprinkle, little by little, saying, well, it's a minute amount that won't amount to anything. It's so minuscule. It's safe dosage per the FDA or whoever. It's a safe amount of arsenic. Would you think that was okay day in and day out? Even if they only had smoothies a couple times a week, would you be okay with that little amount of that toxin being ingested in that case every day or a few days a week even for years on end? That's the situation we're looking at with toothpaste. We're brushing our teeth with it twice a day for our whole lives. The bottom line is no one knows how the toxins in our personal care products in general, toothpaste and other things we use, accumulate in our bodies individually, each one of us, you versus mine versus my kids versus my husband's, over time. We all have a chemical burden kind of threshold. And depending on what our body is individually dealing with, Lyme disease or co-infections and other immune killers or not, or things you don't even know about that you're dealing with, genetic makeup, all of that stuff, trauma and emotional distress and stress in general, all of that contributes to how well our body handles chemical burden. And the toxic chemicals that we put on, around, in our mucosal membranes and all that influences the toxic burden that our body has to deal with, whether it's a little degree or a large degree. You kind of don't know until you know or have problems. And half the time, a lot of us end up having problems that we don't even realize are related to our toxic burden. So we don't make the changes and we're allowing ourselves to slowly be poisoned to a degree. I know that sounds dramatic, but that's essentially the gist of what's happening. Besides just the fluoride, if that doesn't bother you, cool. Okay, fine. To each his own. I'm truly okay. Like, do you. But there's also other things in here. Are you okay with them? Are you okay with blue dye? Again, I know you're not eating this stuff, but it's, they make medication to be absorbed by your mucosa, like under the tongue, dissolvable medication, stuff like that gets into your bloodstream faster that way, is a valid form of delivery of medication or other substances. Even homeopathics are made to be like stuck under your tongue for max absorption and stuff like that. So don't be fooled by the fact that you just think it's swishing around and spitting it out and it's gone. No, your mucous membranes absorb tons, even maybe for most people, more than your skin would absorb. So it's very close to actually ingesting the product, and it's getting right into your bloodstream, at least, even if it's bypassing your gut because you're not swallowing it. So don't be fooled by the not ingesting part, because it's not exactly as simple as that, right? So there's blue dye in here, which can be fake dyes, fake colorings, can be neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors and all kinds of bad things for people. There's also, I'm not going to go through every single ingredient, but sodium lauryl sulfate, for example, is a huge irritant, contributes to cancers, contributes to neurotoxicity and endocrine disruption. SLS in any beauty product is like bad news. There's flavoring in here, which who knows what that even is. It's not listed what components that is actually made up of. That could be worse chemicals. That could even be chemicals that are banned in the United States, just so you know, because they're not required to disclose what that actually is, that flavoring. We can hope it's healthy for us, but it's, who knows? Who knows? And the company might not, they might legally not have to tell you. So that's exciting. And trisodium phosphate, even the mica and the silica that are in here, all those things, the trisodium phosphate, the mica, the silica, they're all irritants. They're environmental irritants. Yeah, to a bigger degree if you're like inhaling the powder form of them, but they're in here. And they're actually skin, lung, and mucosal membrane irritants that you're putting in your mouth to clean your teeth. There's no baking soda in here, no xylitol, no natural like flavoring, clove essential oil or orange essential oil that like naturally cleans and whitens teeth. None of that. Not even xylitol, sorbitol, and saccharin instead, which are like horrible. I don't even want to call them sugar substitutes because they're not great substitutes. So like I said, I didn't want to bash this situation because it's good to have clean teeth and we're blessed to be able to have free toothpaste from our dentist, right? But is it worth it? That's my question. I'm truly asking that everyone think about that. Just because we get a freebie doesn't mean that it should even be produced and on the market, frankly. There's not much in here that's really that great for my child's overall health, let alone their oral health. Is this more effective than just brushing with water really well? I don't know. It's a question I wonder a lot. But as a mom, and a mom that's working on healing from chronic illness herself and helping her kids heal from the effects of tick bites, I'm really sensitive to what we use in and around our house. But I also realize that even if that's not what we're dealing with, even when my kids are completely fully in remission and healed by symptoms and by lab work and like the picture's perfect, I'm not going to change what we're doing. It's not just to help get them better, it's also to help them live their healthiest lives and help me live my healthiest life long term. So I'm not going to continue to put little itty bits of poisons and toxins in our bodies, around our bodies, or anywhere near our environment. These are going to donation for people that truly don't have toothpaste. It is better than nothing. But I think I'm going to counteract that by picking up some quality toothpastes. We personally love Young Living's. My kids love the flavor, which is huge. My husband and I both love the whitening toothpaste from Young Living. It tastes great, works great. And our dental health has honestly never been better since we switched to a clean toothpaste. It's easy to switch. It's easy to use. It's toothpaste. It doesn't have to have junk in it. It doesn't have to. So I think I'm going to counteract donating this by also donating some travel sizes of Young Living's toothpaste too, so that people get a chance to try it and use it. That's my personal solution to this situation. What is going to be your solution? Look, if you're catching this on YouTube and you've listened to this far, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell even, because I like to get on here and talk about some controversial stuff, but also stuff to get us thinking together about how we want to proceed in life, right? We get to make our own empowered decisions. Go forth with knowledge and power and conquer. Go forth and conquer your health for the best. If you would like more on this topic, just to educate yourself, I have been trying to help in that realm. I've got free training called Toxins in Your Cupboard that covers some of the top dozen common toxins kind of lurking in our personal care products and household products that we may not even realize are actually not beneficial for us to be using and aren't necessary for us to be using, frankly, to get the results we want in personal care, household products. Even some food items have some of these toxins in them. Yes, it's true. Yuck. So it's a free workshop I have over in my Holistic Healing chat group. You definitely want to get in there. go to town, go learn some things. Let me know what you think. It's one of the guides there. So as soon as you hop in, I've already linked it in the description for you, that group, Limey and Crunchy. Hop in, head right to the guides, toxins in your cupboard. It's right in the middle of the guides, and all the information is there. It's super easy to go through it on your own time. It's like little slides for each toxin, like infographics, informational. And yeah, go forth in knowledge and conquer your best healing. All right. I'm here for it. Till next time.